Hey friends. Um, so I've had a day or two where I've had a really interesting feeling in my system. And I'm not quite sure what it's about, but I'm trying to roll with it and I'm trying to extract insight from it. And so what I noticed, this is kind of it was kind of a weird, like, slow build of a feeling, because it started yesterday with me having the experience of dropping things two or three times. Nothing breakable, nothing that got damaged, no emergency situation. But I just found that things were, something would fall out of my hand unexpectedly, or I'd reach for something and I'd knock it off the counter instead of picking it up. And I've tuned in enough now that when that happens, I kind of go, wait a minute, what's going on? Why? What's my consciousness doing when I'm just not quite connecting physically with the things that I intend to be connected with? And then, so beyond that, there was just a sense of kind of consciousness not quite being hooked in. And then I went to, yesterday ended, went to bed, had really weird dreams. And somewhere in the midst of that, I woke up this morning, kind of in the midst of these overnight impressions. And I realized that there was what I felt initially like was, I wanted to call it chaos. But then I was like, chaos isn't quite right. That's a little bit it's overstating things and almost dramatizing something that's actually subtler. And I sort of recognized, hold on, what's really happening is I'm just like one energetic click too slow for life. That's what it felt. That was a sensation that I got. It's like life is happening, my life is happening, and I'm almost like, I'm just kind of not quite on board. And I don't know if this is something that any of you might be able to relate to, but it's this sense of, it's not that I'm not in my own life. It wasn't like, oh, something's wrong or I'm going the wrong way. It was like something's happening and I'm just like one beat late, like being one, like falling off the beat in music. the insight that showed up kind of as I was breathing through this experience was that stability, centeredness, doesn't come from the mind. And that's good news, because the mind is likely to be here one minute and there the next minute and up here one minute and down here the next minute. So thank God that's not our ultimate reference point. Thank God there's another dimension around all of that, within and around. And so that's what I kind of leaned into this morning. I just kind of found, as I noticed this weird energy in my system, I went, okay, well, where's home? Where's the center? And it worked. I found my way to a place where the energy kind of continued. It's still not fully gone, but I'm not swept up in it. It's there. It's doing its thing. I may learn something about it or figure out what's going on, or I may not, but I'm not subject to it. My ultimate sense of rootedness and centeredness is not subject to those vicissitudes. And that's great news. That's like, hallelujah. Because now my mind can do what it needs to do or do what it wants to do. And I can not feed the cycle of frenetic thought. And at the same time, I can observe it. I'm not dissociated from it. It's still happening. I'm still experiencing it, but I've got a core. There's a core somewhere else. Sometimes playing a little music helps. But yeah, that's what I've been managing the last day or so, and it showed up today this morning in a really nice way. It kind of like gave me a smooth. It was like I got to step back and just observe for a little while, and that lets me have a pretty busy day now, with a sense of perspective and a sense of, okay, I know where the center is. So that's what happened today, folks. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.